Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. And it's one from Ross-on-Wye, and it's one of their special ones. I think they'd say the most special of their special ones. It's a Raison d'etre. We've done the 2020 before, but we didn't do, because I didn't have any, of the 2019. And here is the 2019. The label is so very shiny, you can't see what it says. But it does say 2019 on there. So they started making this, I think, officially in 2016. It's a 2-year process. They released it in 2018. So this is like the 4th release of this, I think. And the basic rules are, has been made from 2 specific varietals, Dabanet and Michelin. Except it's not Michelin anymore. It's not Michelin because Michelin is now known as Bisquet. In fact, there you go, Bisquet. So previously this would have been labelled as Michelin, but it's not now. It's Bisquet. And just to emphasise the point, I remembered I had this one from Artistro, Bisquet. Don't know if you can see that. And it's even called, what's it called? The Apple, formerly known as Michelin. There you go. That's what that's called. Okay. So, Dabanet, Bisquet, Michelin, whatever. So they make a blend every year. Some of it has to be aged in oak, etc., etc. So basically, they do the same thing every year with and I think there's 18 different blends. So it's all Michelin on Dabanet, but there's 18 different Michelin Dabanet they've had in various places and been treated variously separately. I think they had like almost double that amount and didn't use it all. They just blended the ones that they thought would make the best end result. So and that is raison d'etre, reason to be in French. If you didn't know, wild ferment oak cask. What have they put on the bottle? Raison d'etre is the quintessential expression of cider making on our farm. Our philosophy in a single cider: clean, ripe, bittersweet apples, wild fermented in oak casks, matured patiently and quietly, and bottle conditioned. This is a cider with drinkability, complexity, and identity that takes you on a long journey from the first sip to the last, with the flavours evolving and developing across the palate. This cider is a result of 2 years of care and attention and tells you the story of our home, a story of fruit, tannins, and time. So there you go. And I've been looking forward to try it. I haven't got around to it, and now is the time. So I haven't tried this yet. This is the first time. I try and do that with all the ciders I film, like not try them in advance because I want the reaction to be an honest one. Sometimes it's not possible. I mean, I'm always honest. It's just not always the first time. You see what I mean? So I know I know what to expect. So we're going to put it in the cider salon glass today. So this will be dosed 5 grams of sugar per litre. One assumes. Pop. Smoking gun. There you go. The nice bubbles coming up there. That looks pretty, doesn't it? Look at that. There you go. So I think I said in the film quite recently that I felt like Albert preferred kind of more acid ciders. And he responded to that film in the comments section. He said, "No, Chris, not at all. In fact, why do you think we make this from 2 bittersweets? Because I actually prefer low acid ciders." He said, "But sometimes we make one that I really like this quite high acid." So there you go. He's like me, prefers slightly lower acid ciders, but I like anything if it's good, if you like. So where's my thingamajig? Colour. Hazy, sort of like deep straw gold going into amber, that. Yep. Let's give it a sniff. It's a good nose. It's a good nose. It's what I... So, there's definitely phenolics in there. Absolutely. There's sweated apple character. There's a kind of a... no funk to speak of. It's almost like a tropical stone fruit sort of element going on, but almost just like the stone itself. Yeah. And there's like loads of phenolics on the nose actually. Loads of that going on. But underneath that, you get like a aged sweated apple character, a sort of dry stone fruit character. Not super complex, but very. I mean, it's a good nose. In my face for sure. Yep, I'm gonna stick with that. Sometimes you can try too hard to smell things. You know, you can force yourself to say stuff. And sometimes, you know, there's like 2 or 3 things you can smell, and there's nothing wrong with that. Let's try it. Bone dry, as expected. Nice astringency, good astringency, minerality. What I got on the nose, I'm sort of getting on the palate. Any leatheriness, hints of sort of hard tannin on the back. Just a bit, not loads. A little bit of bitterness, that's fine. I kind of like that. Just gives you another element to think about. I kind of get on the palate what I got on the nose. There's that aged, sweated apple skin character. But there's also some sort of like stone fruitiness about it as well. But it's like without sugar. Like sucking on the pit, like the stone of a stone fruit, be it a nectarine or a peach or something like that. Sorry, I'm making the camera wobble around a lot. I'm going to have some more of this. Bubbles are really nice. Bubbles are really nice. You know what? Yeah, I like this one a lot. This is right up my street. This is up my street, this. Bone dry, but great fruit character in the middle. That kind of slightly stone fruity thing, I really like. And although it's dry, it's got so much fruit character. It doesn't matter. The fruitiness makes up for the lack of sweetness, if you like. Because I have a sweet tooth. I'm no buns about it. I love sweet cider. I love sweet cider. Give me a nice cider any day of the week. I flipping love them. However, and I have Albert and Mike at Ross-on-Wye to thank for this, because they made me drink lots of dry cider. And they wouldn't sell me their cider, basically, until I understood what I was buying. I understood dry cider, and I'd never really drunk dry cider because it wasn't to my taste. So they educated me, and they allowed me to appreciate things like this. So thank you for that, Albert and Mike, particularly Mike, who gave me like loads of freebies to take away, like 15 bottles of free cider to take away of different varietals, just to go away and drink, get my head around dry cider, and then go back. This is right at my feet, it really is. That phenolic thing, I wonder what barrels they were in. There's almost a hint of, like, oh man. It's mere suggestion, maybe like whiskey and smoke or something. Really subtle, but it's there, absolutely. Yeah, there's a ripe stone fruit character. The nose has changed fractionally. That phenolics is evolving into sort of like a slightly riper stone fruit character now. Yeah, it's good. I like. And what's the ABV? 7.9%. Oh, Daddy's going to feel good in the morning. Yep. Oh dear, 7.9%. And I'm going to drink it all because it tastes too good not to drink. So there you go. There you go, folks. We like the 2019 Raison d'être from Ross-on-Wye. We like it very much indeed. Just have a little, let's put things on here. Press season 2019, bottled April 2021. Okay, there you go. Thank you for joining me back in my cider shed, guys. I hope you join me again, but until that time, cheers.